Hello bakers, and welcome back to day 10 of the 12 Bakes of Christmas, my festive series taking you right up to Christmas with a brand new recipe each day. If you missed yesterday's recipe for these Christmas pudding macarons, then check out the links down below in the description to catch up. But let's see what recipe we've got waiting for you today. The Yorkshire pudding is a key part of the Great British Roast, but instead of it being a side dish, I'm going to make it the main event with these giant Yorkshire puddings. If you've never heard of a Yorkshire pudding before, it's quite similar to a Dutch baby, made with a pancake type batter that is baked in the oven where it will puff up and create a nice outer shell. To begin, you want to combine your dry ingredients in a bowl. That's 70 grams of plain flour and 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. Make a well in the middle and then pour in your 2 eggs before whisking it into a paste. Slowly pour in 100 milliliters of milk, whisking together until smooth. Pour the mixture into a jug and leave it to rest in the fridge for an hour. This is often a step that people leave out, but it's important to let your batter rest, as this will get rid of some of the excess air bubbles and make sure you get a really strong structure when it begins to rise in the oven. About 15 minutes before you're ready to bake, pour a thin layer of oil into your baking tin. Heat your oven to 210 degrees Celsius, pop the tin in and allow it to heat up. 10 minutes before you're about to bake, take your batter out of the fridge. Working as quickly as you can, open the oven door, pour the batter into the centre of your oil, push it back into the oven and then close the door. Leave this to bake uninterrupted for 25 minutes until it puffs up and begins to go golden brown. Now, people often mention that when they make Yorkshire puddings and take them out of the oven, they deflate straight away. Now, this is probably because you've either undercooked them or you've put too much moisture in the batter. So the best thing to do is, before you take it out of the oven, turn the temperature down slightly and leave them in for another 5 minutes. This won't make them overcook, but what it will do is give them time to crisp up properly and hold them in place. Just before the Yorkshire pudding came out of the oven, I finished off making my roast, and of course all the trimmings. I've got turkey, the homemade stuffing balls that we made earlier in the series, roast potatoes, parsnips, carrots and sprouts. Place your giant Yorkshire pudding onto a dish, add in your roast, and it's showtime! Of course, you can't have a Great British Roast without gravy, so pour on top a generous helping and then tuck in. So there you go. If you're looking for a way to impress your guests this Christmas, ditch all the plates that you spent lots of money on and make these super cheap giant Yorkshire puddings. That is all for this recipe. If you enjoyed it and you want to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button and I'll see you tomorrow.